Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the lecture number 6. In this lecture we are going to discuss about the relational algebra operations from set theory. We will see that the union, intersection and minus operation, Cartesian product are the basic operations that are being present when we discuss the concept of relational algebra operations from set theory. That means that today's lecture comprises of these as the outlines that we are going to discuss one by one. Now, before going into the greater depth, if we look about the relational algebra expressions, then we are having certain important points to note about it. What are the certain points? See, the first point says we may want to apply several relational algebra operations one after the other. Since we are discussing these operations, and whenever we are having these operations, that means these operations form a expression form. Now when we apply the relational algebra, which is itself is having a lot of operations, then we are having the simple representation to write the expression. Either we can apply the first option that says that we are going to write down all the operations inside in relational algebra expression by nesting the operation in a single statement form. That means the first method says that either it is being made up of single algebra operation, which is being comprising of the various types of operations, and every operation is being nested. So this is the first approach. While the second approach says we apply step-by-step manner to apply the operation inside in the expression. That means we apply the first operation, then we take the intermediate result relation, then we apply the second operation, then we take the intermediate result relation, and in this manner we obtain the final result. So we are having the two ways, two procedures, two steps or two different approaches to define the concept of relational algebra operation. So if we apply the second approach, we must give names to the intermediate relation. So this is the simple representation that says that how we are going to write down the relational algebra expression. Now if I compare both the approaches, that is the single expression versus the sequence of relational operation with the help of an example, you can see we are having an example that says that we are interested to retrieve the first name, last name and the salary of all employees who work in department number 5. We must apply select and project operation. That means we must apply the select and the project operation. We can write the single expression in this manner. That means we are having the single relational algebra expression, which is being written as project by the first name, last name and the salary with the department number 5 as the select and the employee. That means this is the simple relation that comprises of the two operations, select and the project. In the select, we are going to select the department number 5 from the relation employee with the description of first name, last name and salary of the employees that work in department number 5. That means it is the project. So this is the simple relational expression. This simple relational algebra expression comprises of the two operations. First is select, second is the project, and it is being written in a one single line or in the single expression. Now the same query or the same example is being made by the sequence of relational operation. That is the second approach. What does it happen? We are having the sequence of operation, that is the first and the second. Now if we apply the first operation, that is on the relation employee, we are having the condition as department number 5, which is going to be selected. On the basis of this, we are having a relation that is DEP5 underscore EMPS. That means it is a temporary relation. In this temporary relation, we are going to take the project for first name, last name and the salary, which will give us the final result. So you have seen one single expression versus the sequence of operation. In the single expression, we are having this expression. In the multiple operation, we are having the two step for the same single operation that we have seen. So this is the comparison that gives us an idea about the how we are going to write down the two approaches. Now we are having the first operation from the set theory. We are going to discuss about the relational algebra operations from the set theory, and the first operation is the union. As you know, the concept is every time related with the set theory. Inside in the set theory, we are having the two set. That means these, whether we are going to apply the union, we are going to apply the intersection, we are going to apply the set difference, or we are going to apply anything else, it is always going to work on the two types of set, that is set A and set B. The same concept work here. Whenever we are going to apply anything from the set theory, we are having the two relation. Here we are talking about the relation. So we are having the two relation, that is the binary relation. Now when we say about the union operation, it is the binary operation denoted by this. The result of R union S is a relation that includes all tuples that are either R or in S or in both R and S. That means the relation includes all tuples that are either the member of R or in S or in both R and S. Secondly, the duplicate tuples are eliminated. Whatever the duplicate tuples we are having, it is going to be eliminated. The two operand relations R and S must be type compatible. That means we are having the type compatibility that says that we are having all the relations that comprises of the same number of attribute, and every attribute will have the same domains that is being specified. So if we are having R or the S, it is having the same number of attribute along with the specified domains. Now if we take the example of union, you can see here that this is the example. What does it say? We have to retrieve the social security number of all employees who work in department number 5 or directly supervise an employee who work in department number 5. So we are having the two conditions, that is we are having the employees who work in department number 5. Simply we have to get the social security number. Secondly, we have to get the employees who directly supervise an employee in the department number 5. Now if we are going to apply the approach and we write down the expression by using the union operation, then we are having this as the simple representation. What does it say? Since it is a combination of the two operations, union and the project, we are going to write down by the second format so that it becomes more clear. So what happened? First of all, we will take the select department number 5 from the employee. We take it at DEP5 underscore EMPS, that is department number 5 employee department number 5. हमने एक टेम्परेरी रिलेशन बना दिया है. अब इस टेम्परेरी रिलेशन का हमने सोशल सिक्योरिटी नंबर लिया जो कि हमारा रिजल्ट 1 बन गया. अब रिजल्ट 2 में हमने सोशल जो रिजल्ट 2 जो बनेगा वो कैसे बनेगा? अब हम डिपार्टमेंट नंबर 5 के एम्प्लॉइज का सुपर सिक्योरिटी नंबर, सुपर सोशल सिक्योरिटी नंबर देखते हैं. सुपर क्या है? सुपरवाइजर का सोशल सिक्योरिटी नंबर. जो एम्प्लॉइज सुपरवाइजर की तरह एक्ट कर रहे हैं डिपार्टमेंट 5 में, उनके बारे में प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं. प्रोजेक्ट करा तो हमारे पास रिजल्ट 2 निकल कर आ गया. यूनियन क्या कहता है कि हमारे पास रिजल्ट 1 और रिजल्ट 2 के बीच में यूनियन ऑपरेशन काम करेगा, वही फाइनल रिजल्ट होगा. तो रिजल्ट क्या बना? रिजल्ट 1 और रिजल्ट 2 का यूनियन. So union operation produces tuples that are either in result 1 or in result 2 or in both. This is the union operation. We can see with the diagrammatic representation that we are having the result 1 comprising of those employees whose social security number is this. Result 2 comprise whose social security number is this, and final result is a combination of all the social security number combination. You can see one more important point to note, that it comprises of the 4 tuple, it comprises of the 2 tuple. When we are making the union, that means it must have the 6 tuple, but it is having the 5 tuple. That means duplicacy is being removed. Duplicate means the same tuples having the same value. So this 333 in this result 1 and this 333 in result 2 is having the same value. Therefore, we have taken only one result. This is about the union operation. Now if I point out certain important points regarding this figure, what does it say? It says that the type compatibility is always maintained. You can see that type compatibility means there is only one attribute in result 1 and one attribute in result 2. Therefore in final result we are having only the one attribute. Secondly, this type compatibility is always maintained in every set theory operation, whether it is union, whether it is intersection, whether it is set difference. Secondly, the term type compatibility will work only when we are having the same number of attribute and the domain of attribute is also same. This is the condition that is being needed for union operation. Next is the intersection. As usual, the symbol is same that we have studied in mathematics. Result of operation is a relation that include all the tuples that are in both. That means common tuples. Common tuples values denote the intersection. The attribute name in the result will be the same as attribute names in the R. So whatever be the name of attribute, it will not change. Only the common tuples will be selected, and it is also following the type compatibility. Similarly, we are having the third operation from set theory, that is the set difference. The set difference is, which is also called by the minus or the except, is denoted by R minus S. It is the relation that include all the tuples that are present in first one, that is R, but not in S. Okay. The attribute in the result will be same as attribute name in the R. That means there will be no change in the name of attributes in R, and it is also going to follow the type compatibility. Now if you see about the example demonstrating about the 3 operation, we are having the relation as student comprising of Fn and Ln as attribute. Second relation instructor comprising of Fname and Lname. These are the attributes and their respective tuples with their 2 values inside in the student. These are the tuples for instructor having respective values for the tuples. Now if I perform the first operation, that is the union between student and instructor, that means it will be the combination of all the 3. So we are having 1 2 3 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 attributes, 7 tuples in student, and 1 2 3 4 5 tuples in instructor. So 7 and 5 total is 12. Here we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 are common. 2 are common means we have eliminated the common. So this is the combination that clearly demonstrate about the union. Similarly with the intersection, what is common? That is intersection. Okay, that is intersection, that is C. You can see student intersection in instructor. This is this. Now in D we are performing the minus, that is student minus instructor. Student minus instructor means the attributes and the tuples that are present in the student only, but not in the instructor. You can see it is a combination of Johnny, Barbara, Amy, Jimmy and Ernest. Johnny, Barbara, Jimmy, Amy and Ernest. Since first 2 are common, you can see Susan here, you can see Ramesh here. Therefore it will not be inserted. We will only insert this 5. Next is the D. Sorry, if I take the reverse, that is instructor minus student, then we are having only 3. So this is the condition that clearly demonstrates and gives us an idea about union, intersection and difference. Clear? Now if I see about some properties of union, intersection and difference, we are having certain properties that clearly describes about these things. The first is that union and intersection are commutative. Commutative means R union S is equal to S union R, and R intersection S is equal to S intersection R. That is, it point out about the commutative. Next is both union and intersection can be treated as n-ary operations applicable to any number of relation associative operation. That is R union S intersection T, R union S intersection T. That is associativity. Minus is not commutative. That is R minus S is not equal to S minus R. So these are the some properties about both the different types of operations, that is union, intersection and difference. Next is the fourth one, or the next operation is Cartesian product. As you all know, Cartesian product means we are having the two set A and B. All the elements of A are multiplied with all the elements of set B, then it is forming the Cartesian product. The same condition works here in terms of the relation. That means it is used to combine the tuples from two relation in a combinatorial fashion. For example, if I say R relation first is having these attribute and we are having second relation S having this attribute, when we take the Cartesian product, that means it is the multiplication. So the result will be a new relation Q having combination of A1 and B1 in that order. First the A1, then the B1, and the degree will be n plus 1 attribute. N plus n means An and m. The total number of attributes present in first relation, total number of attributes present in second relation. So the relation state has one tuple for each combination of tuples, that is one from R and one from S. Similarly, if R has nr tuples, that is total number of tuples denoted by, if R have 4 tuples and S has 5 tuples, then R into S will be multiplication of 4 into 5, that is 20 tuples. So this will denote the Cartesian product. And the most important point is it is not type compatible. Since it is not type compatible, therefore we will have a huge relation that is being formed. Now if I say about the cross product, general property, the cross product is not a meaningful operation. It is simply creating the merger of two tables, combining the two tables. And how it can become meaningful? When we are having certain other operation. For example, if I say I have to determine the gender of female employees. Okay, female employee, sex is F. It is female EMPS. Now if I take female EMPS, then it is first name, last name and SSN, EMP names. On the basis of EMP names into dependent, we are having employee dependent. But if you look about this, it is not giving a proper idea that what we are going to make. Therefore, to make it, say why it is not giving an idea, since employee dependent will contain every combination of employee name and dependent. So to make it a proper choice, what we did, we have to make it a meaningful manner. To convert it into meaningful, we add the select operation. That means up to this point, if you see we are having up to this point the same conditions and expression that we are having. But when we apply after this select operation to denote it in a fruitful manner, we will obtain the good meaning. So if we are having employee SSN is equal to SSN is equal to employee SSN for the employee dependent, that means we will give the actual dependent. But here if you see, we are multiplying EMP name into dependent and dependent is nowhere there. It is not clear. So when we actually make a relation actual DEPS, then it is giving us SSN with the comparison of ESSN. And finally actual DEPS will have all the attribute name, that is F name, L name and dependent name, which is the result. So result will now contain the name of female employees and their dependent. We can elaborate this concept with the help of an example, which says we are having female EMPS. This is the table or the relation that gives us an idea about the female employees, which is having, these are the 3 tuples. Employee names are these are the employee names, okay, with their respective SSN only we have identified. When we perform the Cartesian product of a Cartesian product of which thing? Cartesian product of employee name into dependent. We are performing the employee name into dependent. So employee name means these three attribute with their values along with the table for the dependent. So dependent comprises of the ESSN dependent name and the sex and the birth date. So this is the table, the huge table you have seen is actually being framed, made with the help of the Cartesian product, and it is the employee dependent, but it is not at all specifying everything since it is having only the multiplication of values. Okay, you can see here 3 times this Alice, Jennifer and Joyce are being multiplied and repeated to denote each and everything. We are actually interested to find out the actual dependent. So actual dependent means whose SSN is equal to ESSN, and this is being obtained only when we identify it. So this is the actual dependent name, first name SSN, ESSN dependent name. This is the actual value that we obtain on the basis of the select operation. Finally, the result gives first name, last name and dependent name. So this value we need, but we have to perform the huge operation of Cartesian product, which has not given us the clear idea what we are interested to do. This is all about the today's lecture. Okay, thank you.